Hi, my name is David Lind. I'm a mental health services trainer and consultant, and I'm here working with the state of Missouri on some training videos for assertive community treatment, transitional age youth teams, what we call ACT-A teams often. This video focuses on the importance of working with and involving family supports in the work that we do with the folks who happen to be clients of ACT-A teams. In the course of this video, I have some people joining me to provide some commentary, and in case of one person, she'll actually be providing some commentary as well as some demonstration. So at this point, I'm going to pause and let the members of my team here introduce themselves.
My name is Mickey McDowell. I work with the Department of Mental Health, and I'm also a family member.
My name is Tish Thomas, and I work with the Department of Mental Health and Folk Rehab, and I am also a family member.
I'm Luann Reese, and I work for the Department of Mental Health, and I oversee the family support provider training, and am also the parent of a now young adult.
As you can see, the panel members here are here not only because of what they do professionally, but also because some of their experiences in the personal life. I appreciate them taking the time to share some stories with us and help us think about the most effective ways that we can provide services to transition age youth. What are some of the things that we know about transition age youth from the onset? One thing we know is that they more commonly spend time with family members. They might live at home with family members. They might count on family members for emotional support. They sometimes might count on family members for economic support and other means. But we certainly know that a lot of the folks that we're working with are going to be having lots of contact with family members. So one of the ideas in providing TACE services is that we really want to get to know the clients that we work with well. We want to understand who they are as completely as possible. We don't just want to gather information about their symptoms and diagnoses, hospitalizations and medications. We want to know the things they like to do, their hobbies, their talents. We want to know things that they're challenged by. We want to know things that they do when they have free time, and maybe things that they do well when others expect them to do them. We suggest that the family can be a big part of learning more about clients, learning more about their home lives, learning more about what goes on with them that's important. The second opportunity that I want to mention here in thinking about family members is the idea about how much they might now become sources of support, answers to questions, pieces to puzzles that we've been missing. For too many years in mental health services, we had a focus on what must have happened with the family for this to happen. What went wrong, what was missing in parenting, what kind of families produce people who have mental illnesses. We all know that that is all absurdly and patently untrue. And our new view of families is what are the opportunities present in working with them and understanding the person and the person within context of being within their families. I've listed off a couple reasons, but at this point I'd like to turn to each one of our team members here and see what your thoughts are about what might be some of the reasons from your perspective that it's important for ACT-A team members to work with not only clients but also families and reaching out in them and involving them in ACT-A services. Someone like to get us started on that?
Yeah, I will.
Great.
I think one of the things is it's so easy as a family member for me to get so involved in the negative with my son. And then I know that there's good parts of what he does and he's got a lot of strengths. But I think when we're at our worst, it's really important for people to understand that, but then to be able to try to focus on how to help me reframe and think differently to move more towards his strengths, because that's really where he makes his progress.
So part of that, and if I could just check that out a little bit with you, Luann, part of it sounds like when you're sort of maybe in it alone or in it alone as a family, there's hard to get that external perspective, that sort of almost third-person view that might help free up some things a little bit and seeing things. Am I capturing that right? Okay, great. So that's certainly one critical reason. Mickey, any thoughts that you might have?
Just kind of touching on what you already said, David. One of the things, our youth spend so much time with our families. And so many times we ask, even something as simple as, what did you do today? Or what did you learn today at school? And it's nothing. You know, you spent 6-8 hours in a building and you learned nothing and you did nothing. And the ACT-A worker can have the same experience with our youth. You know, what do you like? Nothing. You know, whereas our families spend so much time with that youth. and they know intimately the likes and the dislikes and the thing that youth, spends their time doing. Whether, to the youth it may seem that they're doing nothing when in all actuality they may be listening to music, they may be journaling, they may be outside shooting a basket, even if it's by themselves. And to them, it may seem like nothing. At least there may be something that's sparking an interest there. And it may be something the family can come in and kind of bridge that gap and get those conversations started at least. So,
Great. A lot of important things there to consider about getting information.
right.
Tish, any thoughts?
My experience is with an older transition age youth where we don't have permission to get involved. He does not want us involved. But yet we see things that he's doing, and because we're aware of the procedures and the evidence-based model of what he's doing, we know that he's getting something wrong here. So what I'm able to do is talk to him about things like medications, or, missed that appointment, I can't go anymore. And then I can just make a phone call and say, I just want to make you aware that he thinks that. So I think the family members, even when the older transition age youth don't give permission for them to be involved or provide information, can still do valuable